this is a beautiful day. Appreciative of all the people that came out and watched us run around and hit each other today, which was a good thing. We need a lot of work at a lot of things, but we got a lot of scenarios in today, 4-minute to 2-minute. I wanted to do that as much as anything because we've got a couple guys, FIA, people like that. I don't want them rolled up in piles, and I wanted them to play in 2-minute scenarios and do that. And it's important for us to get live 2-minute where actually they're getting tackled and you got to get the ball to the official, and the mechanics of it is different. And so that's why we did a lot of that. Just a good day in pads, go hit. So that's a good thing.
Caleb Driscoll playing a lot of tight end. Is he another guy who's going to have to grow third long this year?
Well, he's got value in things that he can play tight end. He can play fullback. You can do different things with him. He's got really good hands. He blocks well. We're without Nick Miles right now, and then we've got 2 freshman tight ends coming in too. So, some of that can look a little bit different once we get to the fall when you get all your bodies. Right now, you've got Schoenfeld and Jay Mike are really kind of like true tight end bodies, and Clay Nanke's kind of learning, and so he's not ready for all that. So Driscoll gets a lot of those reps, and it's good for him to be able to do a lot of things.
You comfortable with him though, if he's a guy who has to step in and be your tight end?
Yeah, I'm comfortable with him. I think he can block. He's got. I know what he's going to play like, and I know how hard he's going to play, and so that's a great thing.
How's Jamari fitting into the running back room?
I think Jamari has made a big improvement from last fall to now because I see, Jamari in the fall when we would be running in non-contact drills and in those types of things was on the ground a lot. He was out of control. His body was out of control. I see him in much more control right now. And it shows even when you get in live scenarios now, like he's on balance better. He ran the ball. He had some good runs today. And I think his emergence gives us another really good running back. And, so I think between Harrison, DJ, Jamari, you got McNeely that'll come back in the fall. That's an obvious strength of our offense is the depth and quality of running back.
What are your thoughts on the quarterbacks? What did you see today that you liked, and what did you see that needs improvement?
I think it's first of all, you're going to need to watch the video to see it all a little bit. I think sometimes, I think there were some good balls that were thrown. I think we got the ball in some good places. I think we were late at times of getting the ball out. I think that comes from repetition and just constantly going through it, where you get that read and you get it going quick. I didn't think we managed the 2-minute situations poorly. Some of it was protection, and some of it was just, the defense made a few plays and some things like that. But I didn't see us late to get balls snapped, or the mechanics of it was poor. We didn't have a lot of procedural issues, and we didn't turn the ball over. So that's always a plus there in an early scrimmage like that. Well, I've been a part of these where you can come out of it and it's like first 5 turnovers or something like that. And so that's number one on the whole list is we got to protect the football and score points, but we protected the ball pretty well, so that was good.
So you saw some tempo. Is that something you might see more of this season?
I think at times, you want to be able to have the possibility to mix things up. And it also helps us defensively, so that's something that I want to make sure that we're, look, you've got to be able to you could be in all kinds of scenarios, right? You could be down 17 points in a fourth quarter and have to be going fast and things. So it's the ability to have, and not be a fish out of water whenever you have to go to some of these things, and it's, whether it's a change up for the defense or whether it's a necessity in the game, you've got to be able to accomplish these things. And so that's why, we're trying to get all those things worked on.
What are your impressions of the defensive line and the rush defense?
Well, I think, first of all, defensive line-wise, I think that is an obvious strength of our football team. Without Jordan Bertinoli, I think Gavin Meyer was, there's a case to be made. He might have been our best defensive tackle last year. You take him, Ben Florentine's a year better. Both Jaden Williamses They've got ability. You know, Caleb Robinson's had his best offseason, and he shows up more and more and more every day. So there's a lot of positives in that group. And then the defensive ends, you know, with Harsh and Siders and Tice Westland and those, you know, and Devon, those guys are bigger, a year older, a year better experience. They're healthy. You know, so that's an obvious strength.
On the flip side, how about the offensive line? I know you guys are looking for a tackle. It looked like they struggled at times today. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I
on
mean, that's a continued work in progress, and it's a concern. You know, eventually we'll have to look at, like, you know, what's the viability of everybody, as opposed to whether we have to do something with Jack Walsh and move him out there, which is always something we can do. And we realize that there's a starter from last year that's not playing right now, which makes a difference in that regard. But you know, we got to be better, and we've got to grow up and get better at those positions, and that's why it's good. We put them in some tough situations. You go 2 minutes, you got to go and do that. The defense kind of knows what's going on, and you know, they're pinning their ears back, and you got to get them protected. That's no different than what happens in games.
Tyrekus is a really quiet guy when it comes to us. Is he a guy who's going to let Evan know that he has his number today and should have picked him off twice?
I don't know if he'll talk a lot. First of all, I don't let him talk a lot. And they can talk when they get in there. Maybe he'll say something about it, but I don't know. I mean, it's
not a trash talker.
No, we don't get into a lot of that. So that's a banned substance in our program anyway. So
does Jalen Bean's body type give him a chance to stand out in this receiver race for you guys? Seems like he can stretch the field and make his open a lot.
Yeah, I mean, he's got good length. He's learning. You know, I mean, I think there's he made a couple of nice catches today, and so you hope that translates to things going forward. You know, and everything that way. He's certainly got length in that, but you know, and look, he made a couple good plays today. In order to get that kind of level of trust, he's going to have to make those same plays on Tuesday and Thursday and next Saturday and keep going.
Jay, 3 weeks into spring ball, I mean, I guess what are some of your biggest takeaways so far?
It's a good thing we don't play a game tomorrow. You know what I mean? That's the biggest takeaway. I mean, we got a lot of work to do, but we've got a really good work ethic among our players right now. I mean, this was more plays than what we've went in a scrimmage since I've been here. You know, I mean, I know at one point we were bumping 50 with the ones and twos, and that's without the third group. You know, so that's a pretty healthy day. You know, a lot of times guys are in the mid 20s and low 30s or something, and we were a lot more above that. So I love the way that we're working. We just got to get better at a lot of stuff, you know, and there's some things new offensively. You got a new quarterback, you got mechanics of things. You know, you're unproven at receiver, so you got younger guys there. It's just, we just got to have work. You know, I mean, that's my takeaway right now. We got work to do.
How about health-wise? Healthier team right now?
Seem pretty good. You know, you got the guys that missing in the spring. You know, we had one injury today at offensive tackle. You know, that might be, you know, limiting through the rest of the spring. I didn't see any other injury in the perimeter or on defense. We've been blessed so far with it. We're banging a lot, and we're going to continue to, and so that's been good.